Welcome, welcome, welcome to the amazing power of 3. We're going to show you exactly how using the power of 3 can change your life financially with THW Global. First of all, I've created a couple of calculators here, and I'm going to explain these to you in detail. Number one, these are the numbers up here for the power of 3, the power leg calculator. The numbers down here, the calculators here, are for your exact numbers, and power of 3 numbers for your viewing activity. Today our focus is going to be on the power of 3 calculator up here and the exact numbers calculator for the power leg. And the reason that we do that is because it's going to be the first order of business in terms of the highest type of income that you can receive from THW Global. Now, let's look at this number here. 3. 3, 9, 12 are historically powerful numbers. In fact, you will find them throughout your Bible, for those of you who read the Bible. Historically powerful numbers. I'm going to look at the power of 3, and that simply means that you get 3 and everyone else in your group through your 10 levels gets 3. It's going to be amazing what is going to be revealed here. I'm also going to look at my personal numbers, and this really, I'll be honest with you, this gives me a headache to input all of these numbers. So I only did it one time here. I have another calculator where I only entered the total, but this can be tedious, and I'm fairly decent with math, and that literally makes my head burst. It just busts my head. So, but to illustrate a point here, with the amazing power of 3, I'm out there getting it. I'm doing my thing. Most of you would agree. 2,203 members. Now, how did I do this? Well, I sit on and I'm going to make some phraseology here, if you will, and it's not to demean anyone because I'm talking about myself. I sit on my fat, lazy butt, and honestly, I'm not really fat. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, and I am a jiu-jitsu rock. So don't come my way with any type of anything out of the ordinary. Just teasing. The reason I bring all of this up, I am out there busting it, sitting at home, in my office, on my butt, and I'm a fairly decent recruiter, and I've brought in over 2,000 people. The power of 3, I'm going to show you how you can surpass everything I've done by getting out recruiting over 2,203 people. In fact, look at that. It's ironic. 3 here, 2,203 here. There's that number, that powerful number, that number 3, 36912. Now, I want you to watch how the amazing power of 3 can really kick my butt. It looks like, yes, I've made $297. And let me explain this real quick. I'm basing this, the purple, what you see in purple is going to be basically a percentage of people that participate in this particular part of the compensation program. I don't put it at 100%, but to show you that it does work, I'm going to put in 100%, and this number should equal that number now. And it does, so that you know that the calculations are true, and they are correct. But I'm going to go back, and I'm going to say just 27%, because that's what I feel is going to be a good number that will actually come in and do and participate in this part of the program. So let's say I am here, and I'm sitting on my fat, lazy behind, and I brought in, through technology and duplication and funnels, if you will, and marketing know-how, 2,203 people. You brought in 3 people, and the program of the Power Leg will pay 50 cents per level. Well, at the end of the month, by sitting on your, I guess I'll say, your fit gluteus maximus, you've brought in 3 people. And you've earned 41 cents, which I think is fair for sitting on your fit gluteus maximus and only bringing in 3 people. I've sat on my fat, lazy butt, and I've brought in $297. Not much to sing home about. And I don't really look at these numbers because that's going to be a 100% earnings there. I like to look at the percent of participation. I put it there so you can know realize the maximum amount of potential that is there to earn. So, and we will get closer to these numbers as we grow, because more and more people will say, hey, we're making money. I want to get in that, and I want to make as much money as is possible. Now, look at my numbers, and they tend to really overshadow your numbers from sitting on your fit gluteus maximus, and I'm sitting on my fat, lazy behind, because I brought in an enormous amount in comparison to your 3. 2,200, 3, compared to 3. So that's 2,200 more that I've done sitting on my fat, lazy behind than you have on your fit gluteus maximus. All right? So we're going to go down and look at what's happened. It looks like I'm making a lot more money. Look at this level here. This is level 3. I've made over $1,000, and you made $3.65. Okay? And you're using the power of 3. You're saying, so what's the point in using the power of 3 if I'm not really making any money? Well, to make a long story short, let's jump down to level 10. And you have gotten 3 here, and everybody else in your group has gotten 3. And I've gone out and really killed it. And it looks like I have massive numbers, and it looks great. But your level 10, my level 10 is $500. Your level 10 is $8,000. That is truly amazing from sitting on your fit gluteus maximus versus me sitting on my fat, lazy behind and doing 2,203. But here's the real kicker. Notice, at the end of the day, all of these levels, I've got roughly $7,000 at the end of the day. At the end of the day, with you just getting 3, and everyone in your group getting 3 using this amazing system here, where all of the selling, telling, showing, preaching is all done for you, you're at, for this one level, almost $8,000. You see that? Almost $8,000 versus my $7,000. Now, how is that possible? Well, it's because of the amazing power of 3. You going out and getting 3, and duplication. Everyone who comes into your group goes out and gets 3, and it duplicates through 10 levels. I killed it here. Some of these people will do, and they will not do. But you're kicking my butt. My fat, lazy butt from your fit gluteus maximus. Kicking my butt with just the power of 3. And I hope people can actually take this and smile and have fun with this. I'm not calling anyone fat or lazy, certainly not myself, and I'm trying to make an analogy and keep your attention all at the same time. If that doesn't keep your attention, the money should definitely keep your attention. The power of 3, the amazing power of 3. You're making $8,000 by having get 3. I'm making $7,000 for having getting 2,203. Which would you prefer? Well, most people, most sane people, would prefer going out getting 3. Teaching them to do the exact same thing to go out and get their 3. And let's speak in terms of time. I honestly don't believe it'll take you near as long as it took me to get my 2,203, and that was just a few days. And you're talking about getting 3 who have a desire to, at the end of the day, not just the $8,000, but at the end of the day, you're truly going to be making $12,000. How long does it take? I would say around 30 days, a little over, a little under. It does not take that long for someone to show others using this system to do all the showing, selling, and telling for you. It's going to close for you because it's powerful. It is powerful. The power of 3 is amazing. Now, I'm going to say it's going to take 30, maybe even 45 days, 25 days, 20 days for this duplication. You get your 3. And that's if everybody even did this in a week, got 3, and everybody took a week's time to get 3, you're looking at 10 weeks. That's roughly, I don't know, a month, 2 months and a half. And you are at $12,000 a month income. And again, this is just with 27% participation. Phenomenal. Now, I did say I had this other calculator here, and this is going to be based on viewing time. And again, I want you to notice the amazing power of 3. It is phenomenal. Again, the same numbers. I've plugged my numbers in here. These are my actual numbers as of this recording. And this is you here. And you got 3. And everyone in your group basically went out and got their 3. Again, the company is showing that this is a situation where right now, in the very beginning, on the viewing, they said approximately 10% of earnings. So you're not even at the 100% of earnings that we're going to be at once we get into the certified IVs and the company going out and bringing on in-house advertising. Just 10%, guys. That's how small the numbers are, the percentage that you can make here, but I want you to look at this. As we go down through here, let's look at my great numbers yet again, and let's just jump immediately down here to level 10, and I've got $800. You getting 3 and duplication through the 10 levels, you're at $12,000 versus $800. But the real kicker is this. We're not just going to look at that level. Look at all of this activity that I have by having brought in 2,203 people, and you only brought in 3, but you used the amazing power of 3. So this helps to work all of the business, the amazing power of 3. So you're going to jump down. This is my total here, $12,000. Well, we're going to say $13,000. Jump down over here for you, roughly $19,000. You've kicked my butt yet again. And it's with you just getting 3 and everyone in your group getting 3. This can be done in 30 days, guys. 30, 45 days, 60 days. Again, look at your income. And that's $20,000 a month, guys. And if you multiply that 20, you're making some really serious money. In fact, you're making over roughly $240,000 a year. How many people do you know are out there making $240,000 a year? And I've got some really good news for you now. We're not talking about a year, because this money, believe it or not, is actually weekly money. It's not even for a month. That's $20,000 per week. Phenomenal. The amazing power of 3. And if you want to look at it monthly, that's going to equate to the power of 3. And we've got it right down here versus my exact numbers here. We are using 43% in participation, in this particular instance, because if you look at the front of the website, it will have roughly 45 to 48% people that have filled out their, sorry guys, I felt a cough coming on and I had to stop the recording. I think I was talking about the demographic surveys, and roughly 45 to 48% of the people on the front of the website have filled out their demographic surveys, and so I'm going to say that's going to equate to a 43% participation overall. That's about what the numbers will be. And keep in mind, it's higher than the 27% here, because this is the free, completely free part of the compensation plan. And you can make $20,000 per week free just by viewing and having those in your group view as much as you view. And I've got it set to 5 hours of viewing for everyone, because that's where the company set the minimum amount of viewing to be able to receive commissions. And again, the amazing power of 3. You get 3 and everyone in your group goes out and get their 3. You're looking at $20,000 per week. Power of 3 here for the month, $76,000 versus all of this that I've done over here, $50,000 a month. It's phenomenal, just by you getting 3 and duplication versus someone who's a heavy hitter in some people's mind and have gone out and produced these actual numbers. You, with just the amazing power of 3, can outdo and kick my butt all day long. That's weekly, you're kicking my butt. This is monthly, you're kicking my butt. And let's look at for the year how much you've kicked my butt. You've made nearly $1 million. And I've made $600,000. You've made nearly $1 million. I've made $600,000 just by using the amazing power of 3. Now, this should absolutely blow your mind. We're only talking right now, these numbers, you're looking at roughly $1 million, $900,000, roughly $1 million, with only 10% of where the company is going to be paying out. Did you understand that? Did you hear that? The amazing power of 3, and you're still making $1 million. Imagine 10 times this amount here. It's $9 million, guys. 10 times that is $9 million. And that's probably going to happen sometime, I don't know, early to mid to 3/4 of the next year, 2017. That we're going to be anywhere between 80, 90, 100% of earnings, because we will have our in-house advertising and not outside advertising. Guys, I want you to really sit back and grasp the concept here. I know this has been long and I apologize for that, but it's very important that we understand how the amazing power of 3 can literally change your life financially, your life, everyone who comes in behind your life. And think about this. Let's say that you're in the first part of this program, which is what we're focusing on here, and the side effect are these phenomenal numbers here on the viewing side because you're building an organization. Does that make sense? Win-win both sides. I think we should all stand on the mountaintops and yell, everybody, join this Power Leg thing for $10 because it pays out, and we know exactly what it's going to pay out, and we know exactly the math. If we plug in everybody, you get 3, and everybody else gets 3. That's it. 3. How hard could that be? And you're looking at $12,000 per month. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a lot of money for a little outlay. All right, I hope I've been of value, and I hope that you will understand and go out there and allow this presentation to bring it home for all of the people that you want to bring into the program. And go for it, guys. What do you have to lose? Absolutely nothing. At most, $10. At best, $12,000 a month. And understand this, guys. This is only at 10% participation, or excuse me, 27% participation. And as the company grows and everyone else in this part of the compensation plan realize that they can get closer and closer to making this kind of money, this part explodes. Who wouldn't pay $10 out of 20,000 to participate in all of it and get all of the gold that's left on the table? Don't leave any money on the table. All right, guys, this is Sherm Mason saying have an outstanding, super good day.